Hey guys, so I'm gonna do a movie review. So tomorrow or Tuesday, depends what mood I'm in. I'll get to the movie review in a minute. I'm gonna do a Bella Italia food review. They do good food there. And next week, if I've got enough money, should be okay. Me and my mate Matt, who's been in videos of me reviewing wrestling movies and documentaries for the wrestling movie and documentary project me and Matt are doing each time he comes around. We're rating wrestling movies and documentaries 1 out of 10. So yeah, it's going to be a fun project to do. But he's going to join me to review Popeyes. We've got a new Popeyes in where we are from, so we're going to try it for the first time, but that'll be next week. This week, it's going to be Bella Italia for me, and that'll be either tomorrow or Tuesday. But to the movie review. So the movie review I will be reviewing today is what I watched at the cinema earlier on, a few hours ago. Well, I got back around 11, half 11. So around a couple of hours ago I seen it when it finished. I seen Crime 101. What did I think to it? And then I'll tell you the plot of the movie and how it... I won't say how it ended, but the basic story of it. It was alright. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. It was average, I'd say. So this is the plot of the movie, right? So there's a jewel thief in the city, and he's trying to steal people's jewelry and basically things what is a lot of money, right? And then the start of the movie, he tries to steal a couple of guys' I forgot what it was. I think it was some kind of jewelry. And then he actually just threatened them with a gun. And then one of them actually shot through the glass and it nearly hit him. Then he drove away. And apparently he's been in some other robberies because then the police are trying to find out who it is. So this guy who I've just told you about has done other kind of like jewelry robberies, right? And he's working for someone. And he don't want to do a Pacific. So he gets away after the shot and parks his car in a car park. But it ain't his car, it's kind of like a getaway car. His car's right next to... His real car's right next to the one he used, which is kind of like a getaway new car. So then he put a sheet over the getaway car and then went away in his proper car. So, basically, his boss wants him to do a job. He don't really want to do it, so he gets someone else to do it, a young lad who's got a motorbike. So he ends up doing the bank robbery where he puts on like a helmet, you know, the biker helmet, and he then robbed the bank, put the gun to their heads and said, "Give me this or I'll end you," kind of thing. So they ended up doing that. He ended up doing that, and then he got some jewelry, mainly jewelry, and I think a bit of money. So also what the boss does, because he said to keep an eye on the guy who he used to work with, right? So, and he told him where he lived. So, getting back to this in a minute, the other guy who tried to rob them few guys and he got a bullet through the window and nearly hit him. He then bumps into a woman's car, and he said he was going to give her a couple of grand to just pay it off and let her cover the cost to repair the car. And then he said, "No, well, I need your license details." So they ended up exchanging numbers, and she got his license details. And then he messaged her the next day and said, "Oh, I'm the person you crashed into. Do you want to go on a date?" So they ended up going on a date, and they ended up going out with each other, weirdly enough. But he don't really tell her who he is. He don't have any photos of him with other family members. He don't really tell her what kind of job he does, so she don't know much about him. So back to the young guy in the motorbike who's working for that guy's boss. So he's still spying on him, following him home, and then the guy who's dating this other girl, he then basically he spots him watching his house, and then he follows him. He tries to confront him. So he chased him all over the city. It was a good cat and mouse chase kind of. And he confronted him. He just said, "Who you working for?" Then he told him. Then he said, "Stay away from me." And then then what happened? So basically, the ending plot is the guy who warned the young lad off, he tries to do a deal with another woman, not the woman who he bumped into, another woman, and he then they do a deal where this guy is gonna come with jewelry and diamonds from Antwerp, which is in Belgium, to wherever they were in America. I can't remember what city it was in America. So he comes over, and the guy's his driver. One of the guys, he basically threatens the proper driver, and he uses his car to take him to this hotel. And then, and then the ending happened there. So the film was alright. It was alright. It wasn't great. It wasn't the best action thriller I've seen, crime thriller I've seen. I've seen much better ones, but it weren't too bad. It weren't too bad. It was okay. So what would I recommend people to go to cinema to see it? I actually wouldn't. I'd recommend people to just watch it on demand. Sorry about the dogs barking outside if you did hear it. They keep barking for some reason and I don't know why. Not my dogs, they're neighbours' dogs. It's just really loud. So I wouldn't recommend people to go see it because if you don't have Limitless, it's expensive to go to the cinemas. But if you've got Limitless, then maybe go. Get you out for a few hours, see a decent movie, but would I recommend people to pay to see it? Especially 12 to 16 quid? How much cinema tickets are these days? No. Just wait until it's on demand or on YouTube to rent for like $2.50, $3.50. So, did I enjoy it? It was alright. What would I rate it out of 10? Now, this is going to be an interesting score. So, out of 10, what would I give this movie? I will say this, the trailer did look better than the movie. I'm gonna give it, out of 10, 5.5 out of 10. It was okay. It weren't too bad. It weren't great. But it weren't too bad. It was alright. Yeah, it was alright. But that's my review of it. It wasn't the best movie I've seen all year, but it wasn't the worst. But it was okay. It wasn't too bad. But the next movie review, I'll do a review of movies I've seen at the cinema if you want. The next one I will be doing is Send Help. That's Tuesday's movie I'm going to see. And tomorrow, you might get a food review time. I know you love that food reviews, don't you? I get really good views doing that. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the review of Crime 101. And, yeah. See you guys later. See you tomorrow for the football videos and possibly a food review. If not tomorrow, the food review, it'd be the next day. Anyway, see you guys later then. Bye for now. Also, subscribe if you haven't. That helps the channel a lot and help grow the channel. Right. Bye for now then, guys.